What's up, guys? It's Cyan. We're back, and we're going to take a look at Shisui today. Uchiha. Okay, Shisui is one of those characters. He's a balanced character, so you can use him a multitude of ways. He can be in the front. He can be in the back. The only thing that he can't do is heal. That's about the only thing he can't do. But he can be in the back as a DPS, and he can be in the back as a supporter because he has multiple things. Like his kit is one of the best design kits in the game, in my opinion. And his overall look for his attacks is one of the best designed too. So he's a really good ninja. So when he comes out, get him. Don't pussyfoot. Don't front. Just get him. All right. So it's good that Das, which appreciation for him for letting me use the account to look at this. You take a look at him. The best thing that's about him is overall, like I said, his balance. But on top of that, his mystery attack hits a lot and is multi-purpose. So if you look at his stats across the board, once you get towards the end game, are pretty good. And don't get too cautious and think about, oh, this defense sucks ass, because if his defense is higher, he'd be broken, to be honest with you. And I'll explain that in a second. Got his life at 1167. His attack at 1,000. Of course, this is due to whatever Das has upgraded, but his rates are pretty good overall. His defense, of course, is at 900, which is kind of low for his level. Like you're gonna face other people, and it kind of sucks. To be honest with you, that defense sucks. The same thing now. Here is it's a tank class, so his defense is actually relatively low, but he has things that actually help him out. And Fireman is definitely not a person who should be out there. You look at Tsunade and then Uriko, look at that defense compared to this. This is why I was telling people, just because you see a certain rate, you have to look at what happens to that rate when everybody is a certain level higher. And that's why I say certain people end up sucking at a high level regardless of however they awaken, because when they're faced against another character across the board and that character has stuff like this is like, if you put both of these together in a fight, is weird, but Shisui's gonna lose. He's gonna lose because, one, he has a shield and he increased power, and if they fight across the board, which is weird, but that's just the way that the game works right now. And it would be a pretty interesting fight because they're very similar in how they go about things. Now, the one thing about Shisui, which might make it even, which might make him actually win, is what his skills do. His skills kind of negate things. So we'll talk about that in a second, though. Now, in the lore wise, Shisui would murder Iruka. Like, there's no way that would work. He would die like instantly. Okay, so let's look at the skills. If you look at his mystery skill, as you see right here, his mystery skill is not hard to actually know what's wrong or what it is based off the translation, but he basically damages 7 enemies randomly. It's not going to always be the same 7 enemies, but he's going to get rid of all buffs. So all the shields and all the damage buffs that they have, those 7 enemies, not everybody, those 7 enemies, all of that is gone, period. He's just going to wipe that out with his attack. And he has a chance to, whoever he's targeting is going to get 2 rounds of chaos. Which, if you look towards the third part of the sentence, there's 2 rounds of chaos. Pretty nasty. Now, if you go look down below at the bottom, you guys know the very first category right there with the 3. I'm just trying to help you guys so you could do this with other characters in the future. With the 3, that's going to be 3 rounds. It's a 3-round cooldown right there. If you look over to the right next to it where you have the 1, right there, the next category over, that's pretty much battlefield cooldown. So he can't do it entrance into the first round. Can't do that. And to the bottom left, if you look right there, where it's the 40, this is Chakra Consumption, which is that's how much it costs and everything else, which is not that bad. You can get away with that relatively easy, especially Tsunade out there, because Tsunade would actually work with him. Next up, you have his chase. I'm sorry, I'm skipping over this. Why am I skipping over this? Have his standard attack. which he's gonna hit 2 targets, which is awesome. That's the awesomeness right there, about being able to actually do that. And he's gonna cause ignite and have a really good high chance of actually doing knockback, which is called batter, which is pretty much repulse. His chase, which is this one right here, which looks like this, it's the same type of chase that Kakashi does. It chases the repulse that he did in the standard attack, and on top of that, it's gonna cause low float and then tag, which is like, bruh, low float and tag on top of that. Like, yes, pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, to be honest with you. So he's gonna debuff on top of that. So like his first 3 skills is just that he debuffs the first one, just screws everybody and takes away their stuff, and then has a chance to actually cause knockdown on the enemy that is hitting in the first one, and then 2 rounds of chaos. Bruh, like that's OP. That's OP as hell. Second attack causes ignite, which is again nice, so yeah, I mean his standard attack causes ignite. Like, that's pretty cool. And then you have this one, which is pretty much, so he pretty much afflicts. He pretty much he debuffs and afflicts, which is very, when you have a character who does multiple things, that breaks the game. That makes characters like really good. That's why I tend to go towards characters who afflict multiple times, because the way that the game works, it's only designed to make you get rid of afflictions once or twice around. But if you have a character who by himself does it multiple times, not counting the other 3 characters, that puts you in the you're gonna win majority of the fights, because you have stuff like that. And when you have multiple characters like that, you will win a vast majority of fights in this game when you have characters who multiple afflict. It's just one way you can pretty much call it the affliction team. But the affliction teams in this game win out over the power teams, because the power teams, they have to kill you, and if they can't kill you, they don't do anything else. And they pretty much get whittled down by affliction teams. That's just the way that this game works. It's one of the reasons why water meta is still being used to this day in China, because water meta is both combined with power and affliction. And it's really bad, because Mei combined with Tenten just afflicts so many times in one round that you can't decurse it away a lot of times. Like Tsunade, the Ambu version, she can, but you have to be overflowed. And if the water main team actually gets to attack, then you won't be overflowed, because they're going to stop it. So you see, like, that's the reason why water meta is so powerful. It's going to be powerful. It's still powerful right now. It's not the almighty, because the heroes in meta right now in China is just overriding that, because pretty much if the person's fast enough, you're just dead. But anyway, pretty much, let me just finish this out so we can look at them. I think I talked too much. At the beginning of the round, which again, this is a passive barrier, which kind of hurts my feelings. I wish it wasn't a passive barrier, but he's going to use his eye barrier pretty much and increase ninjutsu of fire, lightning, and wind for 40%. It kind of, I really wish it was manual, but I don't think they're even doing that anymore. And the second one, which is what makes him tanky, is he has a high probability of dodging. Okay, now see, here's the thing. Whenever he actually does that, it's only for 1 round, but he can do it multiple times. Like, he can dodge 1, but he can do it several times, which not everybody can do that dodge wise. And like that, just on that, combined with the fact that he purges and everything else like that, plus of what he does, makes him a good character that you can actually put him out in the front. Just think about that for a second. So we're gonna go in. I'm not gonna fight anybody, because it's Achilles' DOS account, and I don't want to mess with his arena and then run into somebody like Same and lose. Alright. I'll just let them main for right now. Auto. Alright, so there's his passive. Looking sexy as always. Here is just going to come out and just hit every damn body. And see, pretty much what DOS did right now, he has an affliction team right now. Like, he just did pretty much... Let me see. Trying to count it up. He afflicted 5 times this round. He burned and poisoned It's sexy. The only thing that he doesn't have is the lightning affliction going right now. Alright, so here's his attack. Sexy. Now you see how much like this, everything is like screwed. And then again, multiple afflictions. This is in this game. Look how much Josh's team just afflicted the whole side. And there's the dodge right there. Alright, so they're gonna pay close attention to Shisui, but we have a shield. See, this is a good team right here. Like, you know, if you want to look for bases in the future, stuff like that. Like, no, it's just, of course, it's just a clone, but that's a lot of affliction right there from one team. From one team, that's a very good job. So, just wanted to point it out, show that to you guys really quick. Just the power of Shisui, and then you have Hiruzen chilling out there with a good fire main, and with the Asuma in the back helping out. So, I will catch you guys next video. I hope you enjoyed it, and get you a Shisui in the future when it comes. He's actually, I would give him maybe like 9 months in North America, because he's not really that new. He came out like what, 6 or 7 months ago in China, so he's not really that far off compared to other things. I'm trying to think, was he after? Yeah, he was a little bit after the new version of skill books. So you'll probably see the newer wave, not the second wave, because the second wave you guys didn't get yet, but the enhanced version of the skill books when they started doing the skill breaks. He pretty much came out around that time, a little bit after that. So we got a little ways to go, but you should see him less than a year from now. So other than that, you guys be legendary. I will catch you next video. Let me know what you think about Shisui. You know, you're gonna get him, you're gonna rock him. I strongly suggested that you rock out with that. You can go on to the site, and if I made any mistakes and the translation, let me know. I don't think I did, because I've gotten pretty used to it by now, but I don't know, sometimes I forget or leave something out because I didn't read it properly. So just let me know if it happened. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.